my pot on your desk, sir. And I put Alderman Grimshaw in the waiting room.
Thank you, Annie. Does the Alderman know what time it is?
Expect so, sir. He'll come on from seeing his workers in. He'll know it's not but 6:15.
Oh, sorry. Just ignore me until I'm awake, will you?
Oh, dear, it's only top tidy as this. I don't like skimping. Am I to lay a fire?
No. Now, if he must come at this hour in the morning, you must expect a cold welcome. Does he look very ill?
Well, he said it were urgent, but he didn't look poorly at all.
Not? Oh. I know what he wants. Show him in.
Alderman Grimshaw, sir.
Good morning, my dear fellow. And where exactly is the pain?
In me wallet. That's where. No, I'll stand. I've noticed a severe pain in my wallet since reading this daydream of yours.
It's no daydream. It's all fact. I had unhealthy conditions which I've witnessed with my own eyes. Conditions which are in breach of the law and which Bradley Corporation is to set right.
But the cost, man! It's all very well for government to put a new Public Health Act on statute book, but where's money to come from, eh? From me and ratepayers like me. Why should we be ruined in order to provide a new sewer, new water supplies, a new graveyard, and land the price it is? There's no end to it.
Oh, yes. There's an end to it. When the whole town is clean, with pure water, safe drainage, regular rubbish removal, proper control of offensive trades and nuisances, there is an end to it. And we can all sit back with a job well done. And perhaps we shan't have to overcrowd our new graveyard. Everybody will be so much healthier.
By go, it's chilly in here. Listen. It's a bit extravagant, you must admit. You could have, well, modified your recommendations. A peck of dirt never hurt anybody. If you'll just redraft it so as the worst areas could be cleaned up. And if you want infectious disease as notified, fair enough, it costs nought. And you'll be the one to carry that burden. But you can't want all these improvements.
I can, all of them.
Why?
Because they are necessary.
We don't have to accept this report. We can have you replaced, you know. Pass the job to a smart young chap who'll toe our line. We don't have to take notice of a slovenly liar bed who can't be bothered to wash and dress of a morning. I'll see me sent out.
I'll have you know I was delivering twins at midnight.
Come on, lass.
You go on ahead. I'll buy the hair wire.
I thought you'd be fussed about being half an hour late. What kind of wages stopped?
I'm not fussed about that. What with the children crying and vomiting all night, I feel I've done a day's work already.
Well, I'm all right. Do you reckon there's fever about then?
Your face is burning like a furnace.
Here, hold on.
The closet's overflowing again and smelling worse than ever. Anyone would have a fever with a bad smell like that.
Come on. Let's try and cool you down.
You're a good man, Ben First.
Is that any better?
I dare say.
Look, what are all these tears for then, eh?
I'm sorry. I haven't the strength to hold them back. Not today, Ben.
Come on.
Any messages?
Footman from Mrs. Perkins again, sir, to say she hasn't slept a wink and will he call at once.
Splendid. Yeah, right over Bradley Moor. She loves me to arrive on horseback out of breath. Besides, the exercise will do me good. And after my rounds, I shall be at the Free Hospital all morning. Oh, by the way, do you know anything of this sixpenny doctor at Bradley Bottom?
Mum took our diner once with a throat distemper.
What's he like?
He give her good medicine.
It's not a quack remedy. Oh, he's not just pretending to be a doctor and giving out bottles of coloured nothing.
Well, he's not a gentleman like yourself, sir. No servants nor horses. But he's nice in a poorish sort of way.
I wonder if anybody spoke as kindly of me 20 years ago. Mrs. Perkis. I hurried here as soon as I got your message. Now, what have you been up to, huh?
You mustn't scold me. I haven't been a naughty girl. Nothing richer than chicken and a bit of white fish. Oh, it's my nerves again this time. All night long, my heart's been going thump, thump, thump.
Well, if it ever stops, let me know. Should take a serious view of that.
Oh, you are a tease. Which shall I begin by telling you first?
Well, begin whenever you wish. I am completely at your disposal for 20 minutes.
Well, I mean, you know what a martyr I am to nervous spasms. I had one yesterday when my maid Bessie said she wanted to leave and get married. Well, I said to her, I said, Bessie, I said, you can't do it. I said, it's a foolish thing. And what is more, I said, you will regret it. But, oh, no, the young imp shilped gave notice. And the shareholders of Perkis Pickles, they have refused to have my dear nephew on the board, and him requiring the means of making some more money. And after I had written in my own hand to say it was what Perkis himself, God rest his soul, would have wanted. And then my eiderdown burst, and all the feathers flew, and then one of our horses went lame.
Mr. Grimshaw, sir, what can I do for you?
Qualified, are you? Proper examinations behind you?
I've been on the register over a 12-month.
Can't make much of a living doing this.
It's a start.
Not much chance for a bright young man in this area. All rich folk go to Dr. Hughes.
He's highly respected.
He's too busy collecting fees from wealthy persons to bother much about poor folk and their ailments.
Not from what I hear.
Now, let me finish, young man. Stands to reason you know more about them, seeing them every day, like. Now, if you'd care to jot down a few ideas about how Bradley Corporation could clean town up a bit, you might do yourself a bit of good. Not without influence, you know.
A few ideas. Sir, you can have 100. There's so much needs to be
steady on,
done.
lad, steady on. I said a few. Corporation's not interested in expensive schemes what'll make town unrecognizable. Yes!
Could do with a bit of medical attention yourself, sir.
Rubbish. I've never had a day's illness in my life. I'm not one of your Bradley Bottom weaklings. You don't get sixpence out of me so easily.
I prescribe plenty of fresh air for you today instead of pills. Wrap up well. Go for a drive. Go up on the moors, listen to the lapwings. Refuse to be troubled by family and domestic matters. Leave the business of Perkis Pickles to the management. Take a cup of castor oil.
Oh, Doctor, I couldn't.
Or if you prefer it, equal parts of best brandy and cream.
Oh, that's more like it.
And go to bed tonight, thinking of nothing more worrisome than what you're going to give Bessie for her wedding present. I guarantee you'll sleep soundly. Ah. Thank you. And don't forget to stimulate the muscles in those arms and shoulders,
Have a sip of water, love, to settle you. Come on, Maudie, it'll take nasty sour taste away. Come on. They're all right, Mum. How am I managing?
I've taken sick myself. Best come home, I thought. You just shift yourself out of here, lad. Go on. It'll not do for you to catch it and all.
Can I get you out?
No, just get yourself clear of these rotten, stinking streets. Tell you what, there's half the neighbourhood down with it besides us. See if you can get us some elderberries, eh?
Shop!
Dr. Hughes.
Yes. Am I talking to a professional colleague or to a quack?
James Wallace, sir. MD, same as yourself. And you're the second person this morning to show a sudden interest in my qualifications.
Grimshaw's been our warrant to see if you will provide a public health report.
Not a report. A few ideas. How did you guess?
I thought he'd want a cheaper plan than mine. You refused?
Of course, once I realized what he was after.
Welcome to Bradley, Dr. Wallace. I'll come straight to the point. I need help with my practice. I expect you need a bigger income. Shall we give it a month's trial? Keep on your dispensary here, share my work at the free hospital, and retain any fees you pick up from my private patients when I can't attend to them all myself.
I'm grateful for the opportunity, sir.
Good.
I was going to call on you anyway. I suspect a fever outbreak somewhere. I've been selling quinine all morning.
Oh, no. Not again. So it's almost farcical. Sometimes there are over 100 patients here. I can give them my attention for less than 2 minutes each.
2 minutes better than no treatment at all, as far as the poor are concerned. Do you give your services for nothing?
Yes. It all used to be voluntary. And now the hospital employs a casualty physician for emergencies. He's paid.
Good.
About a halfpenny a patient.
Great Scott. You must be worse off than I am.
He's enriching his experience, that's all.
It's to be hoped there is no fever about. It would rampage through this lot like wildfire.
Good morning. I'm afraid some of you will have a long wait. Follow me. I always begin at the front and work back.
Stimulate the muscles in your arms and shoulders. Right, come on, Uncle, come on, get up. No, no, whoa, whoa, no, no. Help, help, no, whoa, whoa. Slow down, Jesus, slow. Help, help, boy. Oh, well done, boy. Oh, what excitement. Oh, Patricia, I'm ashamed of you. What, forgetting your manners like that? And you too, boy. Well, don't you raise your cap to a lady?
Oh, Mum. But I think I broke my blooming arm.
You're right. It was pulmonary anthrax.
That's why I sent him on here. He came to me with a wheezing cough and chest pains. And when he said he was a wool sorter, I thought he was probably beyond the help of a sixpenny doctor.
Where does he work?
Grimshaw's. Here's another patient you ought to see. Mrs. Beale's a ragcutter at the paper mill. She cuts her fingers so often she doesn't take any notice.
I see. This began as a tiny little cut which wouldn't heal. She's lucky to be alive.
I once heard Lister himself give a talk on germs and the antiseptic method. I wish people realized the danger from even the smallest open wounds.
Nurse, this patient next, please. I'll present my bill, if I may, when all your children are being vaccinated. It's a wise precaution, and as safe as we can make it. You didn't want that miserable smallpox, did you, eh? No. Bye-bye. Danny?
Please, sir, it's our Matty waiting room as a private patient, sir, and I can't get him out. He's hurt his arm and says he's being paid for by a lady.
Now, Matt, I'm just going to put you to sleep for a minute. You won't feel a thing.
You can't come to the doctor's own house without your pay.
I'm just going to put you to sleep for a minute.
elderberries, elderberries.
Well, what did you think of your first whiff of chloroform?
I forgot my elderberries.
You're still dreaming.
No, I had some for little uns. Brings them out in a sweat to get rid of fever.
Fever? At your house? Now?
Aye, and all around us. Bad air, we reckon.
Oh, this water's little better than sewage. You've all been drinking this.
I never touched the stuff, Doctor. Here's my drink.
Oh, Matt?
Oh, I like his tea, this mate.
Oh, made with boiling water. Obviously safer. There's a thick scum clinging to the inside of this kettle.
I noticed that. But there's nothing you can do about it.
Isn't there? What a day. Hey, your dispensary was busy for a Saturday afternoon.
It always is. If you're poor, it's better to admit you need a bottle of medicine when you've just been paid. I'll agree to all the proposals on this report. If every local doctor signs it, the corporation will have to take action.
You know, I think we can save Mrs. Beale's hand.
But not Leo Dixon's life.
Who? Oh, yes. The wool sorter. No.
How do you cover your expenses for a day like today, sir? None of the fever patients in Bradley Bottom can pay, and yet they had to be treated this afternoon.
By overcharging rich old souls like Mrs. Perkis, of course. Oh, she takes up a lot of my time, but never argues about the fee. She pays well for a bit of common sense and company.
And what does she suffer from?
Varies. This morning she was suffering from a burst eiderdown, amongst other complaints. Come in.
Mrs. Hughes says she'll receive Dr. Wallace in the parlour now, sir. And Mrs. Tandy says dinner in 20 minutes. And please, sir, Alderman Grimshaw's here again.
Doesn't he know what time it is? All right. Show him in. I think we can turn the alderman's visit to advantage. Yeah. I've drafted out a letter. I hereby recommend Leo Dixon, aged 18, as a proper person to be admitted to the cottage hospital. At least he'll die in less discomfort up there on the moors. And I consider him capable of contributing... what?
9p a week.
Yes. I suppose that's his limit. Contributing 9 pence a week towards his maintenance. I further undertake to pay all funeral expenses. Signed, E. Grimshaw. We were just thinking of you, Alderman. Next time you import rare wools from faraway places, make sure they aren't full of anthrax. One of your employees inhaled it into his lungs. And I want to talk to you about my report to Bradley Corporation.
He's caught the typhoid, sir.
Not you. Him. If I'm going to be ill, I want the best. Here we are. Hey. It's not healthy. This town. So much got to be done about it.
Yes, I know, no. Keep still. I know.
I'll not bid first at New Graveyard. See to it. Else you'll not get a penny piece out of me.
He's as tough as old boots. He'll live.